evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside the Peace Memorial Multiplex here in Wainwright, Alberta. I'm Tyler Rumchuk, and I'll have your call as we get Nanton taking on Lethbridge, a 1-0 team against an 0-1 team. You're listening to an ICU video broadcast. Grayson Knutson will be on the color. Dave Foley will be behind the camera. Alex Testowich is running our switcher, and Rob Zitlau is our director. Two more games still to go today, but this one here features two teams that are very familiar with each other.
Yeah, absolutely, Tyler. These two teams both play in the Ranchland Hockey League, so they met 4 times during the regular season and also 3 games in the final. Nanton won 6 of the 7 meetings between these two this season. Lethbridge's lone victory coming in overtime, so they'll be looking to do that once again here this afternoon as we are underway.
The puck is down and we are underway, Grayson, and like you said, it's been a season series that has been kind of dominated by Nanton, but so far here this weekend, I mean, Lethbridge has had the better results, coming out and getting a win yesterday to start their tournament against Wainwright. 5-2 was the final in that one. Nanton, they lost a nail-biter to Mourneville in the second game of the tournament Thursday evening. Nanton with some early zone time, and you know what? Nanton's going to get an early power play here as well. Brody Eisbrenner was hauled down at the top of the circle, so we'll get a look at a Lethbridge power play that had some success yesterday, scoring a goal.
Yeah, they got a good goal there from Bolduc as he scored against Wainwright. It turned out eventually to be what propelled the Lightning to victory here, but they're going to have to defend, and Nanton goes to the power play.
Helgeson grabbed the scramble draw, pushed it back to the point. Here's Haste. Haste goes D to Tracy. Tracy over to the half wall, and he gets it right back. Really impressed with Eddie Tracy yesterday, his ability to transport the puck up ice. Here's a chance on the side of the net. Hotmer shovels it down low to Helgeson, back to Hotmer. Helgeson spinning down into the crease and trying to throw it to that far side, but denying that was Alex Serrard, who makes his first start of the tournament.
Yeah, Alex Serrard, 27 years old, out of Calgary, played 9 games in the Western League with the Swift Current Broncos. 285 goals against, 733 save percentage, 8 wins, 1 loss during the regular season. Also a couple of assists, so someone who appears to be able to play the puck. At the other end, Nanton also going with their second goaltender, Miles Dunn, also a 27-year-old out of Calgary.
Face-off won back by Nanton, so they continue to hold the zone here on their first power play. 90 seconds to go. Back at the point, here's Beadle. Beadle, a long wrister deflected in front, and in the right spot was Serrard for his second save of the game.
Another look at that. Yeah, Beadle has a lane. Things just open up, and there's the tip, but Serrard is able to close things up. I thought Cole Schaefer was brilliant yesterday for Lethbridge against Wainwright, so Serrard has got a pretty high bar to try to reach.
In those last 2 games yesterday, goaltending strong in both of them. Here's Haste down low. Helgeson driving again towards the front of the net. They jam away at it, and hanging on for the faceoff once again is Serrard. Only about 43 seconds gone in this opening power play. Serrard's already had to be sharp a couple times.
Helgeson just trying a power move, trying to drive across the face of goal, but Serrard was equal to that task.
Rimmed around the boards, but not out as Tracy holds the line for the time being. It goes down low. Helgeson was looking for Hotmer, tried to throw it in front. It got blocked. That's number 2, Dune Wald, getting in the lane. Down low, Hotmer in front, of chance, and it just got fired wide by McMurdo. Hotmer regains possession. Nanton relentless right now on all the loose pucks. It hasn't left the zone once on their power play thus far, and we're a minute 15 in. Hotmer at the circle, down low, quick play in front, and Serrard with the stick knocks away that slow rolling puck. Down low again to Helgeson. Helgeson. Saucer pass up top. It went a little bit too high. Hotmer had to knock it down, and a chance here for Lethbridge to clear it out, and they will. Finally, the Lethbridge penalty killers are going to get a bit of a break here with just 20 seconds to go in their kill.
Alex Serrard checking the net. It's that same post on the scoreboard side here that came off quite a few times yesterday. Appears to be an issue again today. It was off for a bit. He actually had to put it on himself.
Yeah, it was giving both goalies in those last 2 games some problems yesterday. The opening day of the tournament here, the Hockey Alberta Senior Men's AA Provincials. Here's a chance for Lackton. He's got a lane, but he went off his skate and into the corner. Penalty is killed off, so with 17:20 to go in the first period, we're back to even strength. Eisbrenner down low, battling away with Carson Bolduc. Bolduc had a 2-point night yesterday.
Got that real fortunate goal, too, the one off a skate. That was a real backbreaker for Wainwright.
Lethbridge got a few bounces yesterday, but sometimes when you get those bounces in the opening game, that's something that can give you a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence throughout the rest of the weekend. Bolduc forcing a turnover down low. Luke Loomer, he also had a goal in Nanton's opener. Puck shoveled out and down the ice. It's going to be right on net, though, so, ooh, that curled a little bit at the end.
Little change of direction there as the puck was rolling. Take a look at the last opportunity here for Nanton, and just going off the heel of the stick there. Just not quite on target from McMurdo.
You can see what the directive was on their power play, though. A lot of get it low, bring it right to the post, and then either try jam it in or get that guy in the high slot. That shot from the point was blocked by Dillon. Tom Dillon, a strong forechecking game in Nanton's opener. And now here's a chance for Dillon. He's got some space. He's got to go retrieve a puck in the corner, though. Wald was there first. Back at the point, Beadle a long shot, but he fanned on it, and now Lethbridge is going to break that the other way. Here's Matson. Matson's pass hit his skate in the neutral zone, and he couldn't quite get it deep, and once again, a turnover in the neutral zone. Nanton back to retrieve. At the line, held in, knocked down. Is it with a high stick? It is with a high stick. Dunn knocked it down, and that faceoff will come inside the Palomino's end.
See if Lethbridge can gain a little bit of momentum after that penalty kill. And I know Nanton had to have a lot of zone time. A couple of half chances, but nothing real spectacular. Lethbridge doing a pretty decent job, actually, of keeping Nanton to the outside.
Another scramble draw. Big number 55. That's Jonathan Young. Had the puck and went to his D-man. Nanton just slowly trying to make sure they get this out of the zone right, and going down right there. I believe that was Lackton. Oh, it was Haste. Either way, he's down, and going to the box is number 9, Ashton Zintel. So a second power play here for Nanton.
That was a pretty obvious penalty call. Just takes out the legs of the skater, and he's off for 2 for tripping. See if Nanton can do a little bit better this time. Some building blocks from their last power play, but the Palominos need to generate a real good scoring chance or 2 here.
And that's what I was going to say. They held the puck in the zone for about 90 seconds, and they got it close to the net. They got some sniffs, but nothing real quality. And right there's a chance, and how's that for quality? Finding the back of the net. Colin McMurdo crashing the blue paint and putting the Palominos up 1-0.
Not really a pretty goal. The setup is kind of nice, but the finish just kind of popped over top of Serrard off the stick of McMurdo, and just like that, it's 1-0 Nanton. Took them all of 9 seconds to get on the board in this power play.
Didn't need very much zone time on their second attempt with the man advantage. Lethbridge on their heels all of a sudden, and some penalty trouble. What costing them? Bowl goes D to D, and just losing the handle on that one was Dune Wald. Nanton able to grab the puck back. Helgeson will rim one in hard. Out to play it was Alex Serrard. Behind the goal. Looking to work back the other way is Lethbridge. Trailing 1-0 with 15 minutes to go. And here's a chance for Nanton off the turnover. And that high shot, Serrard got enough of it to knock it out of play. And we'll get a face-off inside the zone.
Here's that goal again. And I don't know how many we've seen off of face-offs in this tournament, but it seems like there have been quite a few. This one taking a little bit longer to set up. Nanton does a great job going down low and then popping it back into the slot where McMurdo didn't get all of that shot, but the angle of his stick was enough to pop it over Serrard and into the back of the net.
Bit of emotion there from McMurdo as well. This is a big game for Nanton. They pretty much have to win if they want a chance at the gold. At the point, Beadle a long wrister right into the crest of Serrard, who makes yet another save in this one.
Yeah, Serrard, the busier of the 2 goaltenders, especially in the sense that Dunn has literally not seen a shot yet. 6-0, these shots on the clock right now, and Serrard hangs on to that one pretty easily. Saw it the whole way.
Matt Dunn rims it around. Luke Loomer trying to win the battle down low to get possession of it. He gets pinned up to the boards and is being a little harassed by Jesse Welch. That puck there, thought maybe it went out of play. It didn't. Lund shovels it down low. Spinning his Loomer. Loomer to London. His shot just goes wide of the near side post. Beadle will shovel it back down low. Lund using his body to shield off number 28, Carson Bolduc. Back at the point now. Here's Dunn. Dunn thought about going D to D. Made the safe play. Put it back behind the goal line. Here's Lund. Lund, his pass just missed his intended target, and that allowed Lethbridge to get the puck back, and they will put it in transition and go back the other way. That pass out of the reach of Swanson, so it's actually an icing call, and now Lethbridge has to tag up and deal with a defensive zone draw.
Lethbridge has got to get going here. I know there's still lots of time in this game, but it's a tough turnaround for them. They played a late one last night, a game that started just before 9 o'clock here, and then they have to turn around and play at 2:30 this afternoon. Maybe a slow start to be expected, but they better pick things up here in a hurry or else they're going to find themselves too far behind.
Yeah, maybe the short end of the scheduling stick a little bit is coming back the other way is Lethbridge. Toe drag at the line by Matson. Good job by Hayes to kind of step up and break that play up. Hayes now getting a little physical in the corner, and there's a big hit into the boards. Laying the body was number 8, Cole Matson. Back the other way, Young in the corner. He'll force a turnover and peel out. Pinned up against the boards and knocking it away was Taylor Bilodeau. Bilodeau now has to be careful in his own slot and spinning and going back down low where Young will take over for it. Puck seems to be hopping a little bit early on here. Neither team can really get a firm hold on it. Long stretch pass goes off the shin pads of the winger. And each team's going to go for a quick change here. And with that quick change, it's maybe an odd man rush. Here's a chance. McCrew to the middle. He was looking for Dillon. And that pass went right through the slot. And Lethbridge turns it back the other way. Shoveling it in deep was Ashton Zintel. You know, Zintel might be playing a little guilty here after taking a penalty that led to a power play goal.
Pretty unnecessary penalty as well.
The offensive zone penalties always seem to kill you. Robertson shovels it D to D to Lackton. Lackton up to Dillon, who's at the end of his shift. McCroot will shovel it in. He goes off for a change. Ashton cutting around, and here comes Zintel. Zintel with some space will throw it on net, and I'm not sure if they're going to give him a shot on goal for that. So that means, although Dunn has had to catch one, he hasn't had to really stop one yet.
Yeah, it's all been Sherrard at the other end. There was a chance he just kind of watched go by. The pass went in front for Dillon. He couldn't get a stick on it. Pretty good defensive play by Lethbridge there.
Off the draw, a quick attempted shot. That one was blocked and steered into the corner. Back to the point, a quick shot down low into the slot. What a toe save! Dunn stretching out the right toe, and he absolutely denied Shea Worrell of his second goal of the tournament.
First shot he faces, and it's a real tough one, and Dunn does really well there.
Can that spark the lightning a little bit? Wall, the stretch pass to Model. Model pass to the slot off the skate of Beadle and recovered down low in the corner, throwing it out in front again, and no one was there to grab that pass. Back at the point, Welsh a long shot, hit a couple of bodies, and right it goes in! It pinballs off a pair of shin pads and eventually finds the back of the net. Lethbridge has evened this one up.
This one bounced a couple of times. One tip off a defenseman and in. I think it was number 27, Nicholas Model, who got the initial tip. And it wasn't a very good one because it actually all it did was just throw it out in front, but it worked out really well in the Lightning favor, and we're tied at 1.
We'll get another look at that here. There's actually, I think that might have just hit a pair of defensemen. I'm not even sure if that went in off a Lethbridge player. Regardless, I mean, that's the way it's gone this weekend for Lethbridge. They've been getting a ton of bounces and a ton of breaks. They needed that one as it's all evened up with 11.5 to go here in the first period.
Welsh from Worrell, the official announcement here in the building, so we'll be able to get another look here at our next stoppage.
Lund, big strides over the blue line, cutting wide, just knocked off the puck by Nolan McElroy. Now at the point, Tracy a long shot, deflected, rebound in front, and denied twice, I believe, by Alex Sherrard, but then being hauled down was Luke Loomer, so another power play coming to Nanton. Lethbridge really getting in some penalty trouble.
So here's that Welsh shot. Yeah, it is. It actually goes off number 36, Number 36 is Matt Dunn. Sorry about that. Yeah, and then bounces it off a skate, and then so a double deflection, both off Nanton players, works in the Lightning favor, and now they'll have to defend though because they took a penalty, and I think that was another one of those good penalties because it looked like Nanton was just about to stuff one home.
Yeah, Luke Loomer, one of the more dangerous offensive players on the Palominos, and you can see here a good hard low shot by Tracy. Nice deflection. Yeah, if Loomer would have been able to stay on his feet, he might have been able to flick that backhander upstairs. So definitely a good penalty to take. Nanton's power play 1 for 2 so far today.
So Welsh, who scored, is the one who winds up in the box, and his team will try to kill that one off for him. It seems like when you take those good penalties, everyone seems to just work a little bit harder on the PK to try to make up for it.
Tracy to Lacton. These two kind of manning the top pairing for Nanton. Back at the point now, and that pass split the two defenders. Lacton's got to go back to grab it.
2 minutes for tripping. Time for penalty, 11:03.
Retreating to safety behind his own cage was Tracy, and up to Lacton. Lacton, that pass just bounced off his stick, and a good job sliding through the neutral zone was Kostelnaski. Wheeling and looking to go end to end is Helgeson now. Helgeson with the puck on his forehand, driving wide, looking for a teammate, and instead he's just going to hold the puck on his stick. Hotmer swooping in and grabs it, a quick pass to Lacton, who was pinching in, and I believe that one was blocked in front, potentially saving a goal once again was Kostolansky. A couple of good defensive plays from number 16 already, and the net's off again. That net's been giving everybody trouble so far in the tournament.
I don't know what it is, if maybe the spike at the bottom of the peg just isn't sharp enough, it's not digging into the ice far enough and making it easy to dislodge, but it's come off quite a few times here. Should be interesting here with 1:04 left. We'll get a look at the other Nanton power play unit. We'll see if they can get on the board.
Luke Loomer, who drew the penalty on the draw, pushes it to the side, and Lethbridge able to take over for it. They just pump it deep. Dunn out to play it. 50 seconds to go here in the third power play of the game for Nanton. That long stretch pass to Eisbrenner leaves it for Loomer. Loomer drops it back to the point, and now Nanton set up. Haste to Beadle. He was looking for that saucer pass. He got it long, wrist shot stopped by the pad of Serrard. Now Loomer has it below the goal line. Back to the point. Haste waits, goes to Loomer. Loomer down low. Getting it back, long wrist shot from the point, and I think that one might have hit a body and went wide. Not sure if Serrard completely saw it. Haste again. He'll go to Loomer. Loomer, a wrist shot swallowed up once again by number 29, Alex Serrard. Give him 9 saves on the game.
Here's a last look at the couple of them on the power play here. That one looked like it was blocked. And then another opportunity, just this last one here. Right into the crest of Serrard, and he holds on. 7 seconds left. Sorry there, Tyler.
Tronkowski on the draw for Lethbridge, but it's one back by Hotmer. Hotmer can't hold the line, though. Lacton's got to shovel it D to D, and the Beaver Taps tell us we are back to even strength. The goal scorer, Welsh, is out of the box. Drop pass through the offensive zone is picked off, and now Lethbridge has some speed going back the other way. It's Tronkowski. Tronkowski takes a long wrist shot from the blue line, which is covered up rather easily.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy one there for Dunn to just grab and hold on to, and Lethbridge, after killing now 2 of the 3 penalties they've taken, just looking to get something going offensively after they got a fortunate bounce. Lethbridge seemingly the luckiest team in the tournament thus far with some of those fortunate bounces.
Yeah. They're in a 1-1 game here this afternoon. A quick play to the front of the net, thwarted to the side. A couple of times Lethbridge has done a good job getting in lanes. Down low, Atwood battling, spinning around down low. Here's Young. Young, a nice hard collision there, forcing Lethbridge just throw it down the ice, and it will go for icing. Bit of a size mismatch there as Young ran over Shane Iyer.
Yeah, that one wasn't really fair. Air just a little bit shorter than Young. It was a big body up front for Nanton. Someone they look to for offense for sure.
He's a big body, but he's got some silky hands. We've seen a couple of nice rushes from him already this weekend.
11 points in 6 games during the regular season, so didn't play much, but produced when he did.
Lethbridge able to pull it out of their own zone. That pass into the neutral zone, though, was picked off by Loomer. That would be Dylan Loomer. To the middle now, Swanson. He tried to kick it off his skates, but missed a long slap shot from the point by Carson Bolduc. Was covered up once again by Dunn. They're just seemingly okay with throwing everything on net from the blue line here.
Bolduc a little bit off balance, but still got quite a bit on that shot. Someone we saw yesterday who has quite the wicked release. The first goal he scored against Wainwright was just a laser beam. He just snapped home blocker side.
Lethbridge wins the draw. Surveying for a good option was Matson. He decided to just play it to safety down low. Back at the point. Surveying, long wrister, blocked in front. It finds a stick down low in the slot. And a whack at it by Bilodeau. Taylor Bilodeau, though, cannot be done.
Brady Matson, just a little backhand pass looking for Bilodeau. Try to redirect, kind of shovel it in short side, but right there on the post was Miles Dunn to make the save.
Throwing a new unit out there is Lethbridge. 7:36 to go. Shot clock reads 9-5 in favor of Nanton. They've had 3 power plays, found a way to capitalize on one. And now they'll bring the puck out of the zone. Here's Helgeson. Helgeson has Hotmer going hard to the crease. He tries to find him in a nice play once again. Laramie Kostolansky.
He's going to look at it. Yeah, Kostolansky doing a great job just to break that one up. Then there's a penalty right after it. Not sure what it was for. Can we see it here as things go on?
It just seemed like it was almost behind the play a little bit here.
Yeah, it was Edmonds who's going into the box.
I didn't even see what the signal was, but I think it's just watch right back here.
It's that one right there. That's a boarding call,
I suppose,
against Edmonds. Yeah, a little bit too far off the boards in that kind of danger zone, and he gets called for it. So Nanton, their 4th power play of the first period, compared to 0 Lethbridge has had so far.
And I mean, none of the calls have really been soft or anything like that. This is just Lethbridge needs to stop taking penalties.
Discipline, a bit of an issue right now for the Lightning. Something I'm sure they'll talk about during the intermission as they try to figure out who should take this face-off. Kind of musical chairs there at the dot.
McMurdo won it back. Tracy has it, playing a little catch with Hotmer. Hotmer walks in, waits, goes to the back door, and Lacton had it hit the heel of his stick and go back into the corner. Now it's in the skates of Lacton. He eventually forces it to Tracy, and look at Tracy cutting towards the middle of the ice. Finds Hotmer. Hotmer down low. Helgeson. Backhand saucer pass, and now they work it back to the top of the umbrella. Here's Lacton. Lacton over to Hotmer. Hotmer had a goal in the opener as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you are correct.
Chance down low, and they're trying to do that. Sneak into the slot once again. Helgeson spinning around below the goal line. Goes back to the point. Tracy, though, could not hold it in at the line. And he waits for his teammates to tag up. Tried to cut through a couple of Lethbridge penalty killers and couldn't. So the Lightning able to clear down the ice once again. Halfway done, their 4th penalty kill of the game. Haste back behind his own net. Steps up in front, and now the Palominos will work it back, and a good play there by Welsh to just get a skate on that as he managed to push it right back into the neutral zone, so Nanton needs to try again. That pass once again picked off at the blue line, and now Nanton struggling to even find the zone here as the time ticks down on their power play.
As soon as Lethbridge got it out the first time, they were able to kind of set up how they want to defend against the rush, and it's worked out really well for them as the last minute has just kind of been the puck comes to neutral ice and the Lightning just dump it right back down.
Yeah, they have that kind of neutral zone trap going, and it's working perfectly. finally able to gain the zone. Time ticks down, and we are back even strength. But here's a chance for London. He had his stick lifted at the last second. That clearing attempt was then kicked out by a Nanton player, and I believe that hit a heater in the stands, so we'll get a face-off.
Yeah, everyone was ducking a little bit. Heads up, and then the puck fell on the Nanton bench, and even the coaches were covering up the heads just to make sure they didn't get doinked.
Looking to move it up was Kostelnaski. Had to say his name a lot today. He's made some excellent defensive plays here early on in the first. McCroot, he tried to cut into the middle of the ice, was broken up by Edmonds. Now stepping in, a long shot from Loomer was deflected once again. Only 9 shots credited to Nanton, and I think that's because Lethbridge has gotten their stick or blocked of close to a dozen probably.
Yeah, they've done a real good job of getting in lanes or just tying up sticks when Nanton has had an opportunity in front. So it could be a lot more shots on goal for Alex Serrard in net, but he's only seen 9 shots fired his way.
McCroot on the back end, shovels it to the far boards. Loomer will push it in deep. Dillon in there hard on the forecheck, and good body positioning by number 7 in white to get possession of that puck, or at least leave it for the time being and allow his teammates to get in a good spot. Here's Lacton. Lacton, a good cut move, throws it towards the net, and that bouncing puck finds its way into the corner. McCroot, he had a puck hop over his stick as well, and that thing is really bouncing right now, and it's bouncing right to a Lethbridge odd man rush. Potential 2-on-1 long shot swallowed up by Dunn, and the positioning right there from Lackner is what I was really impressed with.
Yeah, really good play. James Price we saw yesterday, he's got speed to burn, gets by his man, sets up a 2-on-1, but Lacton, a veteran presence for this Nanton defense, and he shows why. Really good positioning, 26-year-old out of High River, Alberta.
Face off one back by Nanton. Tracy spinning and delivers a hard outlet pass cross ice. Working it back, D to D. And finally Nanton gets engaged in the rush. Chip in from center ice, bounces down over the stick of Serrard. He needs to step out and play to the half wall. 3:50 to go here in the first period. Back at the point, long wrist shot stopped by Serrard, and he will cover up for yet another whistle.
Get another look at it again. It's a routine stop here for Serrard. Just has to make sure that when he gets the stick in front of the 5-hole there that he doesn't push it out far and create an unnecessary rebound. So just good fundamentals there from Serrard.
He's been good with his rebound so far today, though. Everything's just kind of sticking to him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done really well, and there's a glove save too.
No rebound on that one at all as Serrard flashes the leather, and we'll get another face-off to his glove hand side.
It's again a quick shot right off the draw, and Serrard in a good spot makes an easy glove hand save.
Back at the point, Tracy. Lethbridge wanted a penalty, won't get it. Shot just misses the blocker side of Serrard. Middle of the ice now, and stopping that up was Atwood. Stopped it right up though for a Lethbridge forward to take it away. Dumped in now. Behind the play was Carson Bolduc. Nope, sorry, that was McElroy. It was just kind of thrown in from behind, so we'll get our first power play look for Lethbridge here.
Yeah, Steve McMaster's here, the captain for Nanton. And it almost, that is a penalty. Maybe a little bit soft, and it almost seemed like the officials just wanted to give Lethbridge a power play after having Nanton already had 4 here in the first period.
When the hand's on the back, though, it's pretty hard to not call that.
Yeah.
Here's a chance breaking up by shorthanded, and London needed one more stride, and he might have been gone on a shorthanded breakaway. 3 minutes to go here in the period. Lethbridge looking to take a lead with their first power play attempt. Here's Whirl. Whirl to the side where Price has it. A long wrist shot from Price, stopped by the toe, and Lethbridge holds it in with another long wrister. Stopped again. Back at the point. Whirl goes across. Edmonds maybe wanted a one-timer, but the pass missed him. He takes a long wrist shot again, and Lethbridge clearly looking to test their luck with another deflection. They've just been taking these long kind of chest-high wrist shots at Dunn. Back at the point. Whirl winds, fires, and he fanned on it a little bit. I think his stick is still in one piece. Edmonds has to go back and pick it up. 1:10 to go here in the opening power play for the Lightning.
We'll see if Nanton can set up kind of a trap like Lethbridge did to them here. And first rush up by Lethbridge didn't work.
Helgeson now looking to kill off some time himself. Throws it to the front and then eventually gets it right back, and then he gets hauled down. We're going to go back to 4-on-4 here, but Helgeson still has the puck. He finds Lacton down low looking for that top corner and couldn't quite pick it. Now a play to the middle of the ice by Young. Young to Hotmer. Hotmer, Lacton, D-to-D. Here's a long wrister, deflected just wide. Longer they hold on to this, longer they're going to have a power play when the Lightning finally touch it up. Helgeson, his wrist shot through a couple of bodies. And finally, we're going to get the play blown dead. 40 seconds of almost controlled zone time there, not letting the Lightning touch the puck.
Here's some of the work on the penalty kill as Lund almost got away, but you know what? Give Edmonds credit from his knees. Made a real good play there. And it is going to be even up here, at least for 20 seconds, as Nanton has an opportunity now to just play a little 4-on-4, maybe hold things up, and then they'll go to the power play as Calvin Swanson's in the box for the Lightning.
It'll be Nanton's 5th power play attempt when we eventually get there. Lots of penalties in this opening frame. Here's Tracy driving down low. Gets pinned up against the boards. Once again, Kostelnaski praised him a few times already in this game. Back at the point now. Here's a look and a shot and they score! They're saying it went straight in. Tyler Haste gives the Palominos a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, this one just kind of eludes Sherrard. Bodies in front, maybe didn't see it until the last minute, and it kind of beat him short side. Haste with the goal. He didn't have any during the regular season. He's got one here at the AA Senior Provincials.
And how about the timing on that as well? Still 3 seconds to go in the penalty to McMaster, so we stay 4-on-4, and despite the fact that Nanton scored, they're going to get a look again on the power play.
Nanton there only wanted to play with 3 people. And they'll be at 5 right now.
McMaster's out of the box, so it will be another power play. And Nanton has a 2-1 lead as well, so all of a sudden this final minute 10 of the opening frame is even more crucial. Here's Tracy. Tracy working his way up, sends one across to Helgeson, who drew that last penalty, but it was knocked away. Good job stepping up by Dunewald. Hotmer. Quick shovel to Helgeson, and look at that pretty little zone entry. McMurdo drops it for Lacton. Lacton to Tracy. He's got time. He's got a lane, and he just fired it wide. 45 seconds to go in the opening frame. Tracy gets it back. Just about lost it at the line. Here's Hotmer. Hotmer spinning. Waiting. Down low. Helgeson looking for someone in front. He thought he had a lane to find Lacton, and then another shot trying to bank it in off of Sherrard to no dice.
Just one last look at that goal here. It's Lund behind the net getting it back to Haste, who was allowed to step into a quick snapshot, gets through everyone. So it's Haste from Lund and number 8, Luke Loomer is the Nanton goal officially. Now some mask repairs being done by Sherrard. He has one of those plastic neck protectors. I think one of the strings is just a little bit loose, so he's just quickly retying that. Seems to be good to go. It's not a thing you want to wait that last 30 seconds for. That's something you want to fix right then and there, because it's annoying too.
Last thing you want is to be 1, uncomfortable, and 2, get a shot in the neck when you know you're protected there. Lund tries to smack a backhander to the point. Lethbridge took it away though and sent it down the ice, and it took a bit of a funny bounce as well, so Dunn had to be sharp on the dump in. That pass as well, cutting in front. That's almost a carbon copy of what we saw yesterday when Lethbridge got a goal. Kostelnaski pinned it up against the boards, back to the point. Haste couldn't quite hold it in, and now coming in to give chase is Swanson. Thought maybe there's going to be a penalty at the end there, but there was not. So after 20 minutes of play here, as we get a look at that close chance.
Yeah, it was just Bilodeau just getting a stick on it. And it's really similar to the Bolduc goal from yesterday. So No harm done, though, and Nanton has a 2-1 lead here after 20.
2-1 for Nanton. They had a ton of looks on the power play. They got that one goal. Maybe in the second period, it'd be nice if a little bit more 5-on-5 play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been 5-on-4 for about 10 minutes or so in this period, maybe a little bit longer. And, yeah, it's good to get all the other lines going. I know there's probably some pretty cold bodies over there on the benches, third and fourth line guys who haven't seen a lot of ice so far.
Yeah, I mean, they have been penalties. It's discipline has been a problem for Lethbridge in particular, something they're going to need to figure out if they want to come back and improve to 2-0 here at the Senior AA Men's Hockey Provincials from Wainwright, Alberta. He's Grayson Knutson. I'm Tyler Yaremchuk. We'll step aside here and be back in about 15 minutes' time with second period action between Nanton and Lethbridge.
Meet Wainwright, a place of possibilities where the meaning of life lies in the details. Small fences when you need to borrow something from the neighbor.
Hey, good morning, Michelle. Hi, Sonia.
Where everyone knows your name. And there's no rest for the active in Wainwright.
Puck!
Did you say duck?
All right, guys, let's roll.
The way we roll might surprise you. They're tough as nails, family fierce, enduring. Freedom on hooves. They are a symbol of us. Oh, and we've learned you never try to milk a buffalo. Yup, dog runs away for 3 days kinda big. Good luck finding a corner when you leave town. We stand on guard for love of country. A place where saying hello is mandatory. A handshake is your word, and looking each other in the eye means something. The steering wheel hand wave. When we wave, unlike the big city, we use all our fingers. Early morning road warrior, urban style. And yeah, we have everything that you need. We're one big family. You might say we save each other's bacon when things get tough. The dirt on Wainwright? Life is grounded in what really matters, an honest day's work, service to community and country. You see, life is what we make of it, whether it's agricultural processing, oil and gas services, or heavy metal. We believe less is actually more, because we're one of the most affordable and cost-friendly communities in Alberta. Meet Mr. Wainwright. Big as imagination in a family-first town.
Okay, see you in 2.
I'll see you in 2.
Yeah, I'll be there in a couple.
To work, to the arena, to the event. Everywhere in 2 minutes. This is our second nature, soul full. Make Wainwright your home. Roam to your heart's content.
I could only fly, I would fly so high, I would kiss the sky, it'd be so, so red, so red, so red. If I could only fly, I would fly so high, I would kiss the sky, it'd be so, so red, so red, so red.
I still know a place where simple pleasures are so beautiful, where big skies and endless spaces inspire, where freedom still feels real. This place is where rural Alberta pride rises and shines with the fist of will, and where there's heart in the fight to overcome what might stand in our way. I still know a place where every minute feels alive, like we're staring into the soul of things, where connection to land and place and people gives life meaning and has us feeling like we belong, where we appreciate the faces of possibilities, the makers, growers and tinkerers, crafters and imagineers, those who have the infectiousness of belief. This place is Wainwright. Life is what you make of it. Make it here.
Here.
Welcome back inside the Peace Memorial Multiplex here in Wainwright, Alberta, where it's currently a 2-1 lead for the Nanton Palominos. They're up on the Lethbridge Lightning. Power plays were the theme in that opening 20, but a real tight game, and I expect that to continue.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if Lethbridge can stay out of the box, they'll put themselves in even a better position here. They had a couple of chances themselves, not a real big threatening opportunities. Their one goal, of course, was a pretty fortunate bounce. We'll see that a little bit later on in this highlight pack. But their goaltender, Alex Serrard, was pretty solid. At the other end, Miles Dunn didn't have a lot to do, but
that one toe save is the one that sticks out to me.
Absolutely, yeah. So we'll just see a little bit more work here by the netminders. And there was a 2-on-1 chance, too, as well, that Dunn had to be fairly aware on there from James Price. And here we'll get into the goals now. After this save, I think. Oh, no, this is the, first of all, we'll go to the chance right here. We almost saw a replay of the goal from yesterday that the Lightning scored. Now we have the goals. This was the opening power play marker for Nanton. Just worked the puck around, and then it's number 44, Colin McMurdo, getting things done in front. Not a great shot, but managed to get it over the netminder and into the goal. And then this was just a wacky one. Welsh from the point, bounced off 1-2 defenders for the Palominos and in. So Lethbridge getting some bounces so far in this tournament. And then at the other end, right to make it 2-1, Nanton would score once more. Work behind the net by London. He goes back to Haste at the point. Just a quick snapper that gets through everybody. And that's where we stand. 2-1 the score for Nanton, and they have 21 seconds still left on a power play here to start period number 2.
Horn goes, and the puck will be dropped here. Like you said, 20 seconds of power play time here for Nanton as they try to extend their lead, and they're quickly back in the offensive zone. Helgeson back to the point, is picked off, and this might be an odd man rush if they hustle. Instead, Price just opts to send a high lob that falls down in the Nanton end. Helgeson. Backhand pass through the neutral zone, and we are back to even strength as Swanson steps back onto the ice to Dunn. Dunn trying to push it deep, and he runs over the linesman. Everyone's up and okay. Never want to see that. McMurdo now, the goal scorer. One of the goal scorers battling down low. They hold it in at the line and picked off. Here's McMurdo, a chance in the slot. Another look. And trying to make that one extra pass was Hotmer to Helgeson, and just firing it wide was number 15. Helgeson pinning it up against the boards. It goes to Price. Price tries to kick it back. Doesn't clear the zone though. Young, look at the hands by Young coming into the slot. He grabs it back. Backhander, blocker save by Alex Serrard.
A little bit of a tricky one there for Serrard, that backhand. But yeah, let's take a look at this turnover. Hetmer, maybe he should have just had a look himself.
Yeah.
Try to make it a little fancy and find Helgeson, and then, yeah, backhand so tricky for goalies. And that might have actually hit the stick of Kostolansky too and changed direction. Serrard though, sharp, and now he's going back to the bench here. He's got to check on that neck protector again. I think they're going to try to tape it up this time instead of just retie it. Obviously not something he looked at during the break.
I was going to say, yeah, no intermission to get this sorted out.
That's probably what the ref is sitting there too, telling him as well. And well, he wasn't bothering me during the intermission because he wasn't wearing it probably. So now they'll have a look at it. The assistant, the trainer, doing some repairs to that mask, and it slows things down and maybe allows Lethbridge to just kind of take a break too and just kind of regroup. I know it's only been a minute 10, but again, just hemmed in a couple chances for Nanton here, and Lethbridge needs to get going. We'll see what happens here as the face-off is going to be to the right of Serrard.
Face-off one back. Robertson at the point. Robertson a long wrister, and it labeled for that top corner, but the blocker of Serrard got in the way.
Yeah, Serrard just throwing out the arm here with that blocker, just trying to punch it up and out of play. Again, good rebound control by Serrard.
Face off, won by Lethbridge, rimmed around but not out. It's one area Lethbridge also needs to be better at, is clearing the puck out. A quick shot from Young, turned aside once again by Serrard. He's already made 13 saves here, and he might need to make more, as that icing call will bring the face-off back into the Lightning end.
Yeah, we'll get another look at that here. Puck gets knocked down, kick back to Young. Good quick snapper, but Serrard is down in the butterfly stance to make the save, and he's been very busy here very early on, just a minute and a half in, a number of stops already. So Lethbridge is just hemmed in their own end.
Loomer on the draw, wins it back. Here's Tracy. Down low, Lund peeling away. To the middle, and spinning was McMurdo. A quick shot was blocked and into the corner. Wald turned it over, and eventually he took a hard stride back, and once again throwing a no-look pass behind the net. They bring it in front, a backhand look for Loomer, and he's denied by Serrard, who continues to keep the Lightning in it.
Yeah, Lethbridge has to stop turning the puck over. Serrard, though, little stretch save there. Got the pad down in time. Had the glove hand free as well if the puck was elevated, but makes the save down low.
McCroot on the draw for Nanton. Going up against Taylor Bilodeau. McCroot won it. A long wrister through a screen, and Serrard will stop it again.
Yeah, Serrard busy, and I think when he went to the bench, he just decided, you know what, I don't need this neck protector anymore.
Yeah,
let's just get rid of that. Haste with that shot, looking for his second, but not finding it here.
Happens sometimes. You get that first goal, you're a little trigger happy. All of a sudden you want to throw absolutely everything on net. You want to grab another one. That was a good shot, though. It was a screen developing in front, and he recognized that. Edmonds passed it up, and once again, this will not go for icing. They're going to say Tracy could have touched it. So a chance here for Lethbridge to finally gain some momentum. The water bottle now, and a chance in front. They score. And did you see that?
That was bizarre.
The water bottle of Miles Dunn fell into his pads, distracted him.
Because the net gets dislodged here.
The net moves right in the middle of the screen. Watch the water bottle. It rolls on top of him into his pad. He's so focused on that he doesn't see the puck go to Shane Iyer. I honestly, I don't know what the rule is on this.
The net didn't actually come off the pegs. It was just lifted up. If the puck had went into the net when it was up off the ice, I think they would have disallowed that. But because the net was down when the shot was taken, it's standing for now. Of course, the officials are going to get together here and talk about this one.
I don't know what, it's the water bottle. The water bottle clearly had an impact on that play. And it's not like in the NHL where they have the holders that'll kind of, like their water bottle's just on top of the net. Boy.
It'll be really interesting here to see what they decide. I mean, I don't want to play official, but I would let it stand because the net doesn't come off the pegs. So we're split up here in the booth. It's a good thing we're not wearing stripes, though. So this will be real interesting to see what the ruling is. And I'm not sure we're going to actually hear what it is. They are going to count it.
So they are going to count it. See, this is interesting to me. I mean, what do you consider the water bottle? Is it a piece of equipment? Is it...
I think it's just a piece of equipment. It's just part of what's going on the ice. It's like if there's a stray helmet or a stick, it's just kind of there, and you gotta deal with it. But a tough break for Nanton, and once again Lethbridge coming out on the fortunate end of just a bizarre thing that happens here. Hockey, you think you've seen it all, and then, well, we saw whatever that was.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never seen that. A water bottle falling into a goalie's lap, and then like there was that could have happened, and there could have been no scoring chance. We wouldn't be talking about it. But the fact that it went right onto the stick of Shane Iyer in the slot.
Nanton doesn't seem to be too upset, and I mean, a little bit shame on them because they completely stopped playing as soon as the net was dislodged.
Long shot from the point by Dunn. And once again, Helgeson, he's just had a tremendous tournament thus far, picking off another pass in the middle of the slot. Eisbrenner looking to line up Edmonds, and again, Lethbridge can't clear it out. I mean, this game is 2-2. I mean, Lethbridge needed those two lucky bounces to score because they have not been great. Eisbrenner cutting it towards the middle of the net, off the post, and it didn't cross the line. What a move by Eisbrenner. He beat everybody, but not the goalpost. Back at the point now. Nanton putting on some pressure. Long shot. And Sherrard saw that one and scooped it up.
One more time, we'll look at the goal, and then we'll get to the save by Sherrard here. Let's take a good look at this. Here they go into the net. People pushing it in. It doesn't come off the moorings. It falls right into the lap. The water bottle does, and Dunn's like, what's going on here? Ayres all by himself in front, puts it in. We'll have a look at that last play here, I think, coming up in our next break as play's back underway.
Lund back to the point. Here's Lacton. Lacton looking for that deflection, got it, and Sherrard had his pad parallel to the ice and made the stop.
So Sherrard been busy once again. 21-8 are the shots here, and here's that move by Eisbrenner. Just dinged it off the post, and then the unfortunate thing for Nanton is it didn't bounce off of Sherrard and in, so that's too bad for them.
Fortunate for Lethbridge, though. They're getting the bounces.
Absolutely, because a lot of the times it'll hit the post and then go off the goalie's back, and then it will eventually go in, but not the case there.
Tracy back to retrieve the puck. McMurdo tried to chisel it past an oncoming forechecker. That was Carson Bolduc. Can Lethbridge sustain a little bit of zone time now? Bolduc winds, fires, and getting a piece of that enough to steer it aside was Miles Dunn. That puck was bouncing in on the dumping as well. Dunn had to really get his body in front of that like a catcher. Wheeling out of the defensive zone and over the red line was Hayes. Hayes, that one hit a stanchion and it sits in front, and Loomer was on it. I thought he had an angle, but it scooped up and went through the blue paint.
Some weird things going on in this game.
Yeah, like weird bounces off the board, just stuff I've never seen. Back at the point and eventually shoveled out of the zone. That one will go. They're going to wave off icing, so Tracy's got to go back to scoop it up.
I think it's because Dunn made a little bit of a move like he was going to play it, so they waved it off.
Cross ice feed. Nan's got to tag up. Atwood came into the zone offside. Lethbridge working it up. Matson, his pass picked off by Haste. They say Bilodeau's onside. They shovel it out to center ice just to be safe, and Haste needs to go back to scoop it up. My bad, that's Robertson. Robertson goes D to D to Haste. Haste, Atwood off the boards and into the neutral zone. Lethbridge now starting to force a few turnovers of their own, and now they'll get an icing call against Nanton.
Bolduc had an opportunity here, just kind of fires it, and he also got leveled there by McMurdo. Everyone's okay though. Bolduc, a pretty big kid, so he gets up and no worries there. He'll dish it out too, so.
Taking a hit to make the play. Opel on the draw. Haven't seen too much of him so far. He's battling at the top of the zone though. Loomer was able to take it away and then pushing it out through center ice. That pass picked off by McRoot. He finishes his check into the sideboards. Zintel, pass, odd man rush, Opel, no look, fired it high on the glove side. He turned his head, made it look like he was gonna make that pass, and then tried the old no look shot to no avail.
Clever play, just needed to hit the net, that's all.
Just needed to hit the net, exactly. Dillon working it in. Dillon burns wide, and a good hip check by Edmonds. He's laying the body, looking to spark the Lightning. Back the other way they come. It's a 2-on-2, driving wide. A play in front, getting a stick on it was Iyer, and Iyer already one goal this period, was looking for another one there.
Dillon coming in, there's that little hip check. Well thrown there, nothing wrong with that. I know the Nanton bench was looking for a trip. That was a bit of a stretch, though, to ask for that. And then everyone crashing the net here as Iyer was looking for another one, but the cage came loose.
Pass dangerously through the slot, and here he goes, springing Helgeson in all alone, scores! Breakaway speed, and then he slides it 5-hole. Kenton Helgeson has put Nanton back out in front.
Nice long stretch pass finding Helgeson, and he does the rest. Welsh unable to catch up with him, and Nanton back in front here, 3-2. Back and forth we go every time Lethbridge ties it up. Nanton gets one back, so we'll see if the Lightning can equalize for a third time here.
They look to get right back on the attack. Turnover in the neutral zone. Top of the zone now. Here's a chance, and stepping up nicely was Hotmer, and he'll block another shot. Brady Hotmer gets in the lane and gets on his horse, trying to build an odd man rush out of it. Was eventually broken up. Here's Cam Hurt into the neutral zone, picked off by Eisbrenner and left for Helgeson, the goal scorer, who's still out on the ice. Long shot blockered into the corner, works as a dump in, as Beadle will now just try to control as the forward group switches for Nanton, and Lethbridge shovels it down the ice, so that will go for icing with 13:22 to go in the second period.
It's J.J. Beadle, number 26. That's Eisbrenner with the long stretch pass, not 25, and Helgeson does the rest, getting in, making a little move, and beating Sherrard to put his squad up 3-2.
Tracy tried a shot, it was blocked. He went and grabbed the loose puck though. Now Lethbridge will force it out. Tracy has to regroup. Quick pass to McMurdo. His saucer pass hits a couple of sticks. Eventually finds a teammate. They look back door, and another tremendous save by Alex Sherrard coming across the crease and getting a piece of it. Price goes cross ice. He'll get it back to the point. Bolduc winds, fires, blocked in front once again, and Nanton shovels it out to the neutral zone. Each team getting a couple of good looks here.
Pace is a lot better in the second than it was in the first. I think penalties obviously were the big issue in the first period for both teams. And Lund appears to be holding the face and goes right back to the room.
Yeah, he went right down the tunnel and into the room there.
Here's that look, that save by Sherrard, little tip. That's wonderful from Sherrard to just drag the back leg and the back arm, make himself as wide as possible there to close down any angles.
Pretty tall goalie, and he does cover the bottom of the ice very well, and that was a prime example of it.
22-11 the shots here for Nanton.
Atwood couldn't quite handle the breakout pass. Edmonds there to grab it back for Lethbridge. Matson shovels it down low. Didn't get it all the way deep, that's fine. Bilodeau's there to scoop it up, and now driving in the net is Lethbridge, spinning, throwing one on the ice, and it hit a skate, never quite got on to Miles Dunn. Top of the zone, Matson picks it off and pushes it right back below the goal line. Robertson with one hand pushes it to the top of the zone. Young goes off the boards where Atwood is waiting, and Edmonds steps up on him, but Atwood with the nice reverse.
Physicality starting to pick up now.
Play to the middle, Young time shoots, and a nice glove hand save. Young went hard into the crease there, and it just seemed like he needed someone to hold on to keep his balance up. The two of them having a good chuckle about it.
There's a hit at center ice. Yeah, Edmonds with the big hit there in right by the Nanton bench, and he was hearing it as he kind of bounced off, and then here's that opportunity for Young in front, and yeah, he just kind of gets stumbly there and finds a nice landing pad in Alex Sherrard, but no harm done, and he knows, Sherrard knows that Young didn't mean to just fall on top of him, but both are.
I think it was McCroot actually that went in there, that's my bad. Regardless, yeah, it's both those guys are two of the bigger Nanton players. Here's Dillon, long hair and all, throwing it deep below the goal line and picking off that D-to-D pass. A play in front, and it just bounced off a skate and away from Loomer. Down low, missing the stick of Dillon, going to Loomer, and now back to the point. Here's Dunn. Dunn thought about leaving it, decided to pass it down low to Dillon. It sits loose, a backhand, he chips, he scores! Making a 4-2 lead for Nanton. Tom McCroot chips home a backhander.
Yeah, McCrew just out-muscling his guy. I don't even know if he was looking at the net. He just kind of shoveled it towards the cage and wound up popping it upstairs. Great effort there for McCrew in front, and Nanton finally has a little bit of breathing room here, up 4-2. A
little bit of breathing room is right. Something they didn't get in their game against Morinville, which they went on to lose as a 2-goal lead. We'll see how Lethbridge can push back. Shot clock reads 24-11. Price to the middle. He just missed Bolduc, but had another winger streaking in. Swanson down low to Price. Price spinning a backhanding pass in front, but stepping up to pick that off nicely was Hopper. Helgeson stick handling his way in, using that long reach to avoid some sticks, and eventually he was pinned up against the boards. That one also took a bit of a bounce, but it will go right on net, so icing not called. Here's Tracy. Tracy was looking for a pass, decided to just do it himself, go for a skate and put it into the corner. Hustling in is Tracy. Was eventually pushed off the puck by Kostelnaski. Player knocked down, no call on Nanton. Lethbridge maybe wanted one there. Instead, they'll pull away with the puck offensively. It was Price, and off the change, thought maybe there was going to be a chance for an odd man rush. Edmonds stepped up and knocked it away. Price with a shot, blocked and steered back into the neutral zone. Lund was giving chase. Good to see Lund back out there. After heading down the tunnel, he got nicked up in the face. Here's a chance to the middle now. Just went past the stick of Loomer, and Lethbridge is able to turn it back the other way. Winding and firing a little hard, long shot. Miles Dunn saw it the whole way and swallowed it up.
One more look at that Mikrut goal here. The puck just kind of comes to him out in front. Little shovel pass, and yeah, Mikrut not really looking up. Maybe takes a little glance back, and it winds up right where he quickly peeked in that upstairs corner. Nanton Palomino is up 4-2 here on their Ranchland rivals.
Nanton heading back the other way. Robertson, the defenseman, hopping up in the rush, drops it off, and a hard, long slapper was blockered away once again by Serrard. Busy game here for Serrard. Young back in his own end, shovels it D to Lautner. Up the ice, picked off. Lethbridge hits the red line and puts it deep, and not handling that quite cleanly was done, and springing in there was Cam Hurt looking for the rebound. Almost the benefactor of a bit of a sloppy play from Dunn, who's been excellent otherwise tonight.
Dunn hasn't had a lot to do lately. Maybe just a little bit of lack of focus there, as he's kind of been all by himself hanging out down at the one end.
Dunn to the middle of the ice. Here's a chance now for Mikrut. He's got one already this period. Tried to kick it around a defenseman, but a good job by Wald to stand up at the line. Held in by Dunn. He went D to D. JJ Beadle winds, fires a low shot. It was blocked by the captain, Shea Worrell, and now Matson goes inside, outside on his defender. Eventually fell down. Nanton able to regain possession and slow things down. Dillon, his pass hit his skate, but lucky for him, it went right to his line mate, Mikrut. Dillon throws one towards the middle of the ice. Stepping up nicely there was McElroy to pick it off, and a long stretch pass almost connected with Matson. And now here's a chance, potentially a look in front, and just rolling off the stick of Matson. A look there for Lethbridge, but they couldn't quite make that final pass.
Brady and Cole Matson buzzing right now.
Lethbridge needs someone to spark them, and here's another chance at an odd man. Bolduc went for the toe drag and had it roll off his stick. A good job by a sliding Beetle to break that one up. Helgeson was looking one way, backhanded it the other way. And then Nanton rims it around the boards, and that will go for icing with 7:33 to go.
So look at that last chance from Bolduc. Looking a little toe drag inside here, but just loses the handle, and a sliding Beetle comes and takes the puck away. Face-off going to be here to the left of Miles Dunn. Played a little Junior B in High River, the Heritage Junior Hockey League.
Nanton wheels it out. Here's Eisbrenner. Eisbrenner, a nice fake in the neutral zone. He even had me faked out. Here comes Eisbrenner, and he got stood up by Edmonds. Edmonds not afraid to play physical, look in front. Helgeson, it's still loose, and a quick whistle will benefit Lethbridge, and now some pushing and shoving.
Sherrard was going to grab this one eventually. They just blew it a little bit too premature, but he does have it towards the end, so it's not like it was going to go in. Sherrard was making the save there, so Nanton not really that upset that the quick whistle was blown. As Helgeson just continues to play so well. We've talked about him yesterday too. He's got all that Western Hockey League experience from his time in Calgary. He was the captain and some semi-pro as well in the East Coast League.
Haste at the point, long shot deflected in front, and boy, Alex Sherrard, it's a 4-2 game. Like, he has been beaten 4 times, but his save percentage might not look too pretty, but he's been solid.
Yeah, this is a nice tip in front here by McMurdo. Changed his direction a little bit, but good positioning from Sherrard allows him to make that save.
Haste throwing another shot on net. That one was blocked. Laramie Kostelnaski, he's been a real standout player for me in this one. He's been blocking shots, moving the puck up ice, hopped up in the rush a few times. They're going to say that one was deflected by Model, so icing waved off. Lethbridge on the forecheck now, looking to create something. They might get a break here, a chance in front, another look, and standing tall was done. Puck goes loose behind the net, but the net was eventually pushed off its spike, so we'll get another stoppage in play.
Another look at that, yeah, just a scramble in front, nobody able to bury the puck, and then Nanton player couldn't see who that was, gets leveled, and he actually runs into the post. That knocks it off, so you can see there's still a little bit of chirping back and forth here. Dunn's trying to explain, they're like, hey, he got hit, didn't see it, went into the post. Maybe you should call that.
That net's just going to drive me insane for this entire weekend. I know that time it was actually pushed off, but now whenever it gets knocked off, I'm miserable about it.
Well, you might see it a few more times too here. So linesman just discussing with the official. They're going to move the face-off outside because it was knocked off by a Lethbridge player. He did all the damage pushing the Palomino into the net, so they moved it outside. It's probably a good decision.
Robertson, puck on his back end, got squished up against the boards, and now each side kind of battling away at it. And the face-off will go. I think they're going to say it was a hand pass by Lethbridge.
Yeah, so now the face-off will be inside the zone.
Yeah, so it wasn't a hand pass on Lethbridge. I'm not sure why they blew that dead. I guess it was just a little too tangled up in the corner.
A little worried, maybe bodies just falling all over. Didn't want anybody to get hurt.
Quick shot. Missed the far post. Back at the point. Here's Wald. Throwing one on that, was maybe looking for a deflection now. Behind the net, hauled down, no call. Getting away with one there was Nanton. Stepping out was Robertson. Quick shovel pass to Atwood. Atwood pumps it in deep. Out to play it was Sherrard, and he makes that good first breakout pass, but his winger wasn't able to finish the job. Nanton holds it in. Atwood driving wide, one hand on his stick, and had to fight through a couple of body checks as well. That one popped up. It managed to avoid anything up in the roof, so back at the point, Nanton has it. Play still going. Look at that deflection by McMasters, and it just went a foot wide of the cage. Backhander chip to the middle of the ice. Nanton all over it again, and look at Young going inside out, working his way in, using his body now to drive wide. Still controlling the puck is Young behind the net. Tried to chisel a backhander in front. No one was there to receive it. Back out into the neutral zone come the Palominos. 5:15 to go here in the middle frame. Nanton leads 4-2. 26-15 reads the shot clock, and they're going to say it's an offside.
Here's another look at that tip by McMasters, the captain, right in the high slot, just trying to knock it down, maybe get a bouncing puck towards the net, but goes a little wide. Still pretty impressive hand-eye coordination to knock that down from that spot. A little surprised they didn't take this one all the way down. Linesman was hollering for offside for a good 5 seconds, and the Palominos did not let up on the forecheck.
Dunn whacks at it, but Lethbridge able to force it in deep. Beetle rimming it around. Lethbridge with a chance here, looking for a streaking in Bilodeau. He was in the slot, but the puck didn't make its way there. Loomer spinning and trying to whack one. past Matson, couldn't quite do it. At the line, Nanton forces it deep. Loomer coming in hard on the forecheck. Dillon is able to scoop up a puck. Back at the point, Dunn surveys, and his partner was yelling for it. Beetle had a clear lane if he could have gotten it. Eventually does find the stick of Beetle, who lets one go, and another deflection. Nanton's been great on those deflections in front of the net. Just haven't found one, or one hasn't found the back of the net yet. Here's a shot from Loomer, steered aside once again by Alex Serrard. Battling on the half wall. Rimming it around now is Welson. Held in at the line, corner to corner. Loomer chips a backhander to Dillon and trying to stab some down low. Look for Dillon. He was trying to go to the back door. They bang away one more time, and Serrard gets the glove hand on it, and now some tempers flare after the whistle. A couple of shoves.
Yeah, nice play there by Serrard. We'll get a look at that in a bit. But first, this earlier chance where he kind of fights that one off, the shot from Dillon Loomer, and then there's this last one. That's a good push over because there was an angle for the Palomino player to chip that one over the pad and get it into the net. So Alex Serrard doing really well here. His team not giving him a ton of help at the moment. It's been all Nanton for the last couple of minutes here in this end.
Face off, one back, and Edmonds, who's also been real impressive. A bunch of defensemen look real good for Lethbridge here. His pass, though, is picked off and shoveled down low. Young's there to get it. Swings it to Helgeson. A pass in front was looking for Hotmer, and it was blocked, and taking it back the other way is Lethbridge. Bobbled in the neutral zone and turned back the other way now by Nanton. Look at that play on the far side by Hotmer to stay on side. He stumbled, then just kind of quickly kicked out that right skate. And that puck is shot right out of play. Is in the NHL, so no penalty. Face-off will just stay inside.
The glass is low-ish. It's not super low, but it's not overly high either. So a little surprised we haven't seen more pucks kind of pop out of play here. That one, if it was a couple of rows higher, would have been right at our cameraman Dave Foley. So you got to be careful here in the broadcast booth in Wainwright.
Dave's the type of guy, though, he'd put his body in front of the camera.
Absolutely.
He needs to keep the broadcast going. Down low, here's Bolduc. He high-sticked it, though, and the back official actually the one who calls that. We were talking earlier this morning, actually, with a couple of officials in the tournament. We talked about that, how sometimes there's a play, like there was a ref who, from the surface, looked like he was staring directly at that high stick, yet it's the back guy who calls it. It's just a matter of, I suppose, or this is how it was explained to us, the close ref is more or less just watching the battle in front of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so much going on. The game moves so fast that the back official just has like a wide view. It's almost, if you think of like a wide angle lens and just like a close-up shot. The near official is the close-up shot and the back official is the wider angle.
Hurt was looking for Swirl, and now back the other way comes Nanton. It's a one-on-one race to the net. Hauled down, holding on to the puck was Lund, and couldn't quite jam it past the outstretched pad of Swirl. We talked about this yesterday. We want more penalty shots. We're not going to get one here.
It's another thing we talked about with the officials here this morning, too. This one, not quite a clear-cut chance. Well, maybe there, but I think he grabs them and they're about level. So I'm okay with that one not being called a penalty shot, especially because, again, their reasoning was if a good opportunity still happens, then they don't call a penalty shot. But if you take that shot away, then they're likely to call to center ice for a penalty shot. But Nanton going back to the power play. This is number 6 for them on the night.
Chance for them to really almost put this one away, you'd have to think. If they can go up 5-2 here late in the period. Here's Hotmer, long stretch cross ice pass. Helgeson, quick pass in front and a quicker pad by Alex Serrard. Save number 25 for the Lightning goalie.
Yeah, you got another look at it here. Good speed there by Nanton, and just that quick little pass in front. And Serrard was there to shut the door once again. He's going to have a lot to say to his teammates, I think, as he goes into the locker room here. They've not put up much fight in the second period here, particularly late.
Lots of turnovers at the line, giving Nanton kind of those second chances to hold it in and keep the zone. That's kind of been what's killing them, along with their discipline here, as they already have to kill their 6th penalty of the game. Back at the point, here's J.J. Beetle. Beetle surveys, shot, blocked, and Lethbridge now with a look potentially shorthanded. Full head of steam was Matson. Didn't quite get there. Nanton looking to turn it back the other way. Working it up ice, and Pumping it in deep was Beadle. Edmonds will be the first one there. He took a golf hack at it. Didn't quite work, and now here's a rush back the other way. And with some speed is Bolduc in all alone. Carson Bolduc hit the crossbar. A chance to put him back within one, shorthanded, and Bolduc rang it off the bar.
Yeah, great burst of speed here from Bolduc. Just outskates Beadle, does everything right, and then ping right off the bar and up and out of play. Miles Dunn, that's the sweetest sound a netminder can hear, is that crossbar ringing right behind you.
I wonder if Dunn got a piece of it, actually, just kind of based on the way his shoulder reacted, but nonetheless, it stayed out. That's all that matters. Tracy to Hotman. Hotmer, quick shot, just goes wide of the far post, and that one will come out of the zone. 40 seconds to go here in the Nanton power play. 90 seconds to go here in the period, and crunching up against the boards. A hard body check from Calvin Swanson. Hotmer makes the drop to Helgeson. Helgeson rims it around. Hotmer just couldn't reach it. Tracy got there, though, to hold it in. Pushing it back down low. Hotmer back to the point. Winding, faking was Tracy. Back to Hotmer. Tracy surveys, looks, and a nice block by Matson. Under a minute to go here in the second period, and 3-2-1. We're back to even strength. Kostelnaski hopping out of the penalty bench. 1 minute to go. Can Lethbridge do something to change up the momentum? Coming in hard on the forecheck is Opal. Couldn't quite catch up to Dunn. And look at Dunn go up ice, end to end, a toe drag, a backhand feed, a shot, and that one rang off the iron. It sits loose. Back, Haste, another shot. That one blocked by Matson as well. Lethbridge going back the other way. It's a one-on-one. Cutting towards the middle of the ice is Zintel. He got it knocked away from it at the last second. 12 seconds to go in the period. Both these teams going back and forth to end the middle frame, and then finally it's just pinned up to the boards, and Young is okay with just letting the clock kind of run out. The horn will go. And it is a 4-2 lead.
Bit of a strange ending there. The puck was actually behind Young, and Lethbridge player thought it was in his skates. Good hard forecheck there from Calvin Swanson. He takes a bump as well, but that might be the hardest Lethbridge's forechecked, and they were shorthanded during that point in time. And then, here's Dunn coming in, just dropping it off there for number 41, Ryden Atwood. He didn't get a great shot off, and it wound up going into Swanson, who's now at 26 saves through 2 periods. Meanwhile, Miles Dunn has made 13 stops through 40 minutes.
4-2 is the most important number as Nanton leads Lethbridge after 40 minutes of play. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast. He's Grayson Knutson. I'm Tyler Yarmchuk. We're going to step aside here, back in a few minutes with third period action between Nanton and Lethbridge.
Meet Wainwright, a place of possibilities where the meaning of life lies in the details. Small fences when you need to borrow something from the neighbor.
Hey, good morning, Michelle. Hi, Sonia.
Where everyone knows your name. And there's no rest for the active in Wainwright.
Puck!
Did you say duck?
The way we roll might surprise you. They're tough as nails, family fierce, enduring, freedom on hooves, They are a symbol of us. Oh, and we've learned you never try to milk a buffalo. Yup, dog runs away for 3 days kinda big. Good luck finding a corner when you leave town. We stand on guard for love of country. A place where saying hello is mandatory. A handshake is your word, and looking each other in the eye means something. The steering wheel hand wave. When we wave, unlike the big city, we use all our fingers. Early morning road warrior, urban style. And yeah, we have everything that you need. We're one big family. You might say we save each other's bacon when things get tough. The dirt on Wainwright? Life is grounded in what really matters. An honest day's work, service to community and country. You see, life is what we make of it. Whether it's agricultural processing, oil and gas services, or heavy metal. We believe less is actually more, because we're one of the most affordable and cost-friendly communities in Alberta. Meet Mr. Wainwright. Big as imagination in a family-first town.
Okay, see you in 2.
I'll see you in 2.
Yeah, I'll be there in a couple.
To work, to the arena, to the event. Everywhere in 2 minutes. This is our second nature, soulful. Make Wainwright your home. Roam to your heart's content.
so high I would kiss the sky. It'd be so, so red. So red. So red.
I still know a place where simple pleasures are so beautiful, where big skies and endless spaces inspire, where freedom still feels real. This place is where rural Alberta pride rises and shines with the fist of will, and where there's heart in the fight to overcome what might stand in our way. I still know a place where every minute feels alive, like we're staring into the soul of things, where connection to land and place and people gives life meaning and has us feeling like we belong, where we appreciate the faces of possibilities, the makers, growers and tinkerers, crafters and imagineers, those who have the infectiousness of belief. This place is Wainwright. Life is what you make of it. Make it here.
Welcome back inside the Peace Memorial Multiplex here in Wainwright, Alberta. Grayson Knutson, Tyler Yaremchuk. You're watching an ICU video production procast. Dave Foley's on the camera, Alex Testowich behind the switcher, and Rob Zitlau is our director. It's a 4-2 lead for the Nanton Palominos. They're up on the Lethbridge Lightning after 40 minutes of play, and let's take a look back at those last 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, a couple chances here for Lethbridge, but really it was a lot of Nanton Palominos opportunities as they're doubling up Lethbridge in shots 30-15 at the moment. Alex Serrard has been pretty good in the Lightning goal despite giving up 4 behind him. He's had to make a number of really good saves. This could be 7 or 8-2 even for Nanton. And Lethbridge, they've got their goals on a couple of fortunate bounces. They had a post as well that they finally didn't get a break that way with the post there from Bolduc, and then yeah, you'll see that one right here as he had a breakaway. But Lethbridge got a couple of good breaks early on, and then unfortunately they didn't get that one. You can't get all the breaks. That would be a little unfair too. So now we'll go to
Bolduc was nice though.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. Lots of speed there, and here are the goals. This is the one from Mikrut. Just kind of chops a backhander towards the net, and it goes in upstairs. That made it 3-2. Oh, sorry, that made it 2-1, and then this this goal that happened. Again, one of the fortunate breaks that Lethbridge got. Ayr scores when distraction caused Dunn to not see that puck as the water bottle fell on him, and then Helgeson got a breakaway opportunity here, and he made no mistake. That made it 3-2 for Nanton. And then the final goal of the period was courtesy, or sorry, it was Mikrut who scored the last one, and then Helgeson scored the third one. 4-2 is the score regardless. So it was 2-1 for Nanton after one, and then 2-1 in the second as well, and that's where we stand at 4-2.
Puck is about to be dropped. Bolduc and Hotmer on the face-off for their sides, and it's won back by Hotmer. Nanton with control early. Like you said, Grayson, doubling up Lethbridge in shots and looking to keep pouring it on. Splitting the D's. Helgeson, he's in alone. Denied once again by Alex Serrard. Back at the point now, another deflection. Serrard once, twice, and it's blown dead for Eggleston. For Helgeson can put it in.
Yeah, this one was still alive, but the referee lost sight of that one. And unfortunately for Kenton Helgeson, he's not going to get credit there because that was still very much alive. It's a fortunate break again for Lethbridge and Alex Serrard. Helgeson should have a pair, but quick whistle there.
Couple of great looks for Helgeson though, the breakaway, and then right there on the doorstep, Serrard all over it. You got to be good to be lucky, lucky to be good. Serrard got a little lucky right there.
It's true. Helgeson was the player of the game for Nanton in the last one. We're picking. I'm not sure we should give him 2 in a row, but it's kind of hard to not pick him again. He's been so good here this afternoon, and we're going to get another power play for Nanton here as soon as Lethbridge touches up.
Yeah, temper's starting to flare here a little bit behind the play.
Go back to the Helgeson chances beforehand. The first save by Serrard. And then the play continues, and Helgeson gets the puck back down low as it bounces nicely to him. And then the quick whistle prevents that goal.
Then after the play, it was Laramie Kostolansky who got a little bit tangled up and a little bit fired up. Both the benches kind of getting heated here. Kostolansky will sit for 2. So another power play chance for Nanton. Is this 7 or 8?
7, and they're 1 for 6 thus far. So they haven't necessarily capitalized a lot, but they've also prevented Lethbridge from having any sort of flow to their game because they're shorthanded for so long.
Constantly having to go back and kill off those penalties. And you're right, any sort of offensive momentum you think you're starting to build and you lose it, it's tough to be on the offensive attack when you're killing penalties as often as Lethbridge has had to be. Here's a long shot, it found its way home. J.J. Beadle winding, firing, and giving Nanton a 5-2 lead.
Another power play goal. This is actually kind of similar to the Haste goal. Just a shot from distance, and it kind of just gets through Serrard there. He looks behind him, almost in disbelief that that one found a hole in his armor, but J.J. Beadle has the second Nanton power play goal of the game, and it's 5-2 for the Palominos.
Power play striking for their second time in this one. Lethbridge's lack of discipline coming back to bite them again as they're down 5-2 now, and they're really going to need to crank it up and get some bounces if they want to come back in this one. Young to the point. Robertson with one hand held it in. That long shot, though, is caught and covered by Alex Serrard. We get the official goal announcement here. The faceoff will come to the left-hand side of Serrard. Nanton still just continuing to pour it on. And we talked about this yesterday in a tournament like this where the tiebreakers are head-to-head, but then if you haven't played, it's going to go to goals for, goals against. So Nanton will not be taking their foot off the gas at all just because they're up by 3.
And Lethbridge, too, even if they only get 1 or 2 back, it still helps that goal differential. And you saw that goal from Beadle one more time there in the last break as we continue action here from Wainwright.
I mean, long shot there, covered up again. If everything sort of stays the way it's been going so far through 41 minutes, it'll set up a big game tomorrow morning between Hillmond and Lethbridge. And for Nanton, they're going to have to go tomorrow and take on Daysland, and that game has the potential for both those teams to be 1-1. So setting up to be an exciting finish on Saturday, and then of course the bronze and gold medal games on Sunday here from Wainwright.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. We could be with 6 teams each having 1 win here after day 2 action, which would make things really interesting going into Saturday. We could also have 3 teams on 6 points and 3 teams on 0. So that would also be a very interesting scenario. We'll wait and see how things play out, but right now it looks like Nanton is going to be one of those teams with a win, and Lethbridge will be at 1-1 as well.
Icing waved off at the last second here, so Lethbridge needs to retreat to grab it. Dylan in on the forecheck. He's been strong so far tonight as well, forcing a lot of turnovers and a high shot, but waist high on McCroot. Couldn't quite knock it down. He does pick one off at the line, though, trying to just drag it past a couple of defenders. And he gets knocked down on the half wall. Lethbridge finally forces it out into the neutral zone, but not much further, and that one's going to get blown down. It looks like Lethbridge will get a look with the man advantage.
This will only be the second power play of the night for the Lightning, and their first one was only about a minute and 40 seconds long because they took a penalty of their own. Actually, it was about maybe a minute 20, and then Nanton circled around for about 20 seconds with the goalie out and even strength. So if Lethbridge is going to find a way back, this power play opportunity is going to be absolutely crucial. It's Thomas Dillon sitting for 2 or less for the Palominos.
Back to the point, whirl, a quick shot, pad save, and it got kicked out the opposite way. Holding the line, and the zone here is Lethbridge. That one there, just getting a piece of it, was Hotmer. Faceoff will stay inside.
Lightning, only their second power play. They've been in the box a lot, and they haven't really been creating enough chances to get those power play opportunities, not drawing a lot of penalties. Didn't have a lot of the puck earlier on. Again, wondering just how that long bus ride and then compounded with a late game, early game turnaround has affected them.
That shot there, Bolduc definitely had a lane, and he definitely saw that corner open up, just didn't quite find the hole, and then that long shot from the blue line from Edmonds is covered up. And see, that's a play I'd like to see Edmonds hold on to it a little bit. Hold on to like that shot. There's no traffic in front. There's no one buzzing. Hold on. Try to create a more grade A chance. You need goals, not shots.
Yeah, wait for something to develop. I understand you're kind of, down by 3. The mindset is, oh, man, we better just start shooting everything. Maybe something will go in, but you still have to create something.
Yeah.
Your luck isn't just going to happen, although for Lethbridge in some of the games it actually has, but things tend to even out in that sense.
Looking for a deflection there was Price. He didn't quite get it. Now Nanton goes back the other way. Here's Lund. Lund, the big, tall forward, using his body down low. Eventually got it stripped of him by Edmonds, and Price was there to grab it. His pass hit a skate of Lund, and now a little bit of discombobulation here from Lethbridge, and Nanton, a smart play here, just feeding it all the way back down the ice.
A little surprised more teams don't do that.
Yeah.
Put it up, throw it back. Get it up, throw it back. I mean, that's kind of what you do like on NHL, the video game, when you're killing a penalty against some opponent from who knows where around the world.
Rag the puck around. And you know what? Even, especially with how well goalies play the pucks now, just fire one back towards your goalie. I know it kind of bucks conventional hockey wisdom. You want to keep the puck away from your net, but it's going to kill time on that penalty kill. Why not? Edmonds circling, and again, just a backhander right to nobody. Nanton able to clear it out. Edmonds to Hurt. Hurt driving wide, a shot towards the middle of the slot, and Nanton will make no mistake getting that one back out into the neutral zone. 10 seconds to go here in the Lethbridge power play, so this is likely going to go down as a big missed opportunity for the Lightning. At the top of the line, though, here's another last-second look, and we're back to even strength as Robertson corrals a loose puck behind the net. A sharp save in there by Dunn. Lethbridge working it in, crunched up by a couple of Palominos was number 8, Cole Matson. Opal on the forecheck, but Robertson, that long, lanky reach of Robertson is coming to play a few times, and the Palominos are going to head right back to the box, actually. So just when you think it's a blown opportunity for the Lightning, they're going to get another look with the man advantage. Yeah, it was one of those power plays that maybe would have killed a little momentum or given it to the opponent, the penalty killing team. But there, that forecheck from Dane Opal when he bumped into Daniel Robertson there. Both players, or Robertson kind of stumbled and then tripped up Opal as he was trying to skate away. So Lightning back to the power play, third time of the game. Edmonds waited and faked a couple times before firing a shot wide of the net. Here's Whirl. Whirl, his long shot stepped in front and blocked by Haste. Long stretch pass, plucked out of the air by Edmonds, and that one is picked off, and in all alone is Hotmer. Hotmer, a chance, shorthanded, he shoots, and a nice save once again by Alex Serrar, his third breakaway stop of the game. Yeah, he just read that one really well, did Hotmer, and good defensive effort, though, by number 28, Carson Bolduc, to at least disrupt the opportunity, and then Serrar does the rest, shutting the door on that chance, but Nanton just continuing to play very well here as Lethbridge can't get anything going even on their own power plays. Still 90 seconds to go in this one, so some time to make it a 2-goal game once again. Quick survey, and coming out of the zone with it was Whirl. He went across to Price. Price to the point. D-to-D. Edmonds winds and fires. That one was blocked by McCroot and shoveled on down the ice once again. And minute 10 to go now in this Lightning power play. See what kind of rush they have this time, as Lethbridge has had a little bit of trouble just setting up. Yeah. If they win the faceoff in the offensive zone, they've done a good job, as most teams tend to do, but it's getting in here, and again, they go offside. They're hurting themselves. I think we've seen that quite a bit now in hockey. It's so hard to get into the offensive zone and set up on your power play. Once you do it, you're usually okay, but it's just actually getting there to that point that's a little bit difficult. And the one thing, we haven't seen it from any of the teams this weekend, but you see it a lot at the NHL level, and even I've noticed it almost every game at the junior level, that whole bring it up to center and then just drop it back to a guy wheeling. You have kind of the penalty killers just standing still almost in a no man's land, and you allow one of your forwards to have a full head of steam coming in on the attack. Interested that we haven't seen a team try that yet this weekend, especially considering the fact that Lethbridge isn't the only squad that's struggled on the power play in this tournament. 30 seconds to go now, and Nanton will just dump it right back in, so they'll look to kill off the last couple of seconds here and get back to even strength and hopefully stay there as they're protecting a 3-goal lead. Working it up ice, a long dump in is blocked in the corner easily by Dunn. Bilodeau was in there, but it went back out to center. Bowl slides it D-to-D. We are now back at even strength, as stepping out of the box was Robertson, and a long dump is covered up by Dunn. Dunn just hanging on there to let his team get reorganized now that they're 5-on-5. You kind of get half a line out there, another guy coming out of the box. This gives them a chance to just kind of reset. The coach can put out exactly who he wants in this situation. A defensive zone faceoff for the Palominos. Another long shot off the rush by Nanton is swallowed up.
Yeah, Helgeson again just driving the offense for Nanton. Sherrard there makes a stop.
Both goalies that we've seen for Lethbridge have been really good. Cole Schaefer and Alex Sherrard. Schaefer ended up coming out on top with the win, but I mean, Sherrard's definitely been the busier of the two. He's stopped 32 already. Swanson on the half wall, shovels it off the boards and out. Here comes Bolduc. Bolduc driving in, sends one across, a shot and a nice save by Miles Dunn. On the odd man rush, Price behind the goal line. They swing run in front. He was looking for Bolduc and couldn't find him. Nanton now on the rush back the other way. Driving in wide. He had a couple of defenders draped all over him, but doing a good job of coming out with that puck was Dunn. Back at the point. Helgeson was working down low. He couldn't quite win that battle and allowed Lethbridge to clear it out of the zone.
They better hurry on this line change. A couple players ran into each other, but Nanton also took the opportunity to switch.
Haste had an extra stride as he was burning in wide and then just couldn't find a teammate from the goal line. So that one will go all the way back for an icing with 12:13 to go.
Another opportunity here for Lethbridge as Bolduc left it for Price, but Dunn was there to stop that one as Lethbridge still in search of any kind of offense right now. Their couple of goals have been rather fortunate, so we'll see what they can muster up here if they can get out of their own end.
Hard pass. I went into the neutral zone. Tracy almost couldn't handle it. He had to make a quick play with Hurt forechecking onto him. That pass goes off the skate of Edmonds. He lost it for a second. A pass goes through the crease, back at the point. Long shot, Tracy, and that one went wide as well. A couple of Palominos were looking for a deflection and couldn't get it. Rimmed around the boards. The mobile Tracy right there to pick it back up. Lund spinning a no-look backhand pass, and no looking. It went to no one. Eventually cleared out by Lethbridge. Nanton, a couple of chances to clear down. A huge hit. Cam Hurt lowering the boom on an Nanton defender. Here's Loomer. Loomer a play to the middle. A couple of guys got tied up though. No one could get a stick on it. Dillon hard in on the forecheck. Down low, Hurt just fine with winding and firing, and he didn't get it on net either. He had so much time there. He probably could have been able to just line up like a good chip out or something like that where it's not risking an icing. But
there's Cam Hurt hard on the forecheck. Massive hit there. When I think in the last situation, Hurt was just trying to get rid of it. There's a change allowed on icings here at this level, not like in the NHL where if you do ice it, you can't change. So maybe just looking to get a fresh set of legs out there. Just didn't want to bother with chipping it out and going to the bench. He's just like, let's just all stop and reset.
Dillon hard in there, coming from behind to steal that puck away for a moment at least. Lethbridge able to take it back and begin working up ice. Iyer chips it off the boards. Now here's a rush. Zintel played it towards the middle. McCroot though was quick there to pick it off. McCroot has someone driving down the far wing. It's Lacton. Lacton a fake out and now behind the goal line. He comes in front on a wraparound attempt. The rebound almost went right to the tape of McCroot. That would have been a tap in if it was about a foot closer to his stick. Nanton on the line change. Lethbridge working it in. Play to the line. Iyer can't quite get it deep though, and eventually it is forced in, but Nanton's there to pick it up. Lacton shielding off an oncoming forechecker. That is Bilodeau. And now up to Young. Young fires a shot. He was on one leg, got clipped a little bit as well by Kostelnaski. Working it up ice, there's Young. The big man, a nice chip in. We've seen him do that a few times, looking for that top corner, and he tried to push it far side, but he missed the net. 9:45 to go here. Nanton keeping up the offensive pressure, and the best way to protect the 3-goal lead is just to spend the rest of the game in the offensive zone. Young almost jumped on a loose puck in the slot right there, but Lethbridge is able to recover.
Yeah, it's hard for Lethbridge to score when they're just stuck in their own end the whole time. As Sherrard's checking the net, bud. So
Yeah.
don't be sad if it comes off here in the next couple of seconds.
I mean, it's even in the goalie's heads, though, as Helgeson drives wide, but that net's been given It's been giving me fits, and it's been giving the goalies trouble. At the line, there's J.J. Beadle. He's got a goal here this afternoon. Down low, they battle away. Nanton just kind of seems okay with the zone time right now, and right there was Hotmer looking for a pass in front. Good job by Sherrard to cover it up.
Yeah, you can see that chance that Mickroot almost had here, just out of the reach, and that's a long reach that Tom Mickroot has, so couldn't quite get there. Nobody else was probably likely to get there either. And it goes for naught for Nanton, but again, they've just kind of hung out here in the Lethbridge zone, set up shop, and quite happy to hang out here for the rest of the game if they're allowed to.
Bull behind the net. Pushed it up and around to Hurt. Hurt made a pass, went off the skate of Lund though, and almost turned into an odd man rush for Nanton. Dunn behind the net. Stopped it up for his defenseman. Lund was there to meet it on the half wall, and he'll just hit the red line and shovel it in deep and go get his own dump in as well. Look at Lund move in there. And then a huge hit. Two guys going into the boards hard. It was Lund and Dunewald. Haste. Quick pass up to Loomer. Loomer has a drop option. He takes it to Tracy, middle of the ice, and a backhander into the opposite corner by McMurdo, and a delayed penalty coming to Lethbridge as well. It's going to be high sticking, and it's going to be a double minor for high sticking as Loomer is bleeding.
There's when those two players went crashing into the boards. Fortunately, both players are okay, because that could have ended up way worse than it was. And off to the box here, a double minor called against Lethbridge.
Dunewald getting his stick up on Luke Loomer. Face off, one back. 8th power play attempt for Nanton. Tracy with a long shot. They're 2 for 7 thus far, like you said. Helgeson behind the cage, surveying for an option to Tracy, and that pass was just out of the reach of number 42, so Lacton's got to go back and get it. Helgeson to the middle of the ice, and that play was broken up momentarily. Nanton able to hold on to possession. A play down low. It bounces up into the crease. Loose in front. Helgeson, another whack at it. They continue to jam away. It goes back to the point. Here's Tracy. Tracy down low to Hotmer. Hotmer, Lacton. Lacton shoots, and a glove save for Alex Sherrard.
Another sequence right in front of the net of Alex Sherrard. He couldn't quite squeeze that one. Puck kind of fell out, and he just starfishes in the crease there trying to make the save, and then he would hang on to the next one with the glove. And Alex Sherrard keeping his team's faint hopes alive here. They've got 3:21 of penalty left to kill, though, before they can start thinking a little bit more offensively.
Again, we've touched on it already, but at the worst, he's keeping their plus-minus exactly where it needs to be. They got a 5-2 win, and now they're going to look to at least keep it 3 or better, right? So you're at least even after your first 2 games. From a Nanton perspective, they lost a nail-biter to Morinville, so no doubt they would like to tack on a few more here so they can up their plus-minus a bit. Back to the line. Here's J.J. Beadle. He's got a power play marker already this period. He shoots another one. There's a chance for Loomer, and he fired it high and over top of the net, and it eventually hits the glass, comes out to the neutral zone. Here's Hasty. Haste to the middle. Lund avoids a couple of checks and then just extends his stick to push it to Ehringer. Eisbrenner, my bad. At the point now, here's Haste. Haste looking, goes to his partner Beadle. Beadle, Haste, they go D to D. Chance to the half wall. He was looking for Loomer. That pass missed him. Now Eisbrenner's down low, battling away. Eventually taken away behind the net, and a bit of a pick play from Edmonds there. No call. Maybe a little bit lucky there that they weren't about to go down 2 men. The first half of this double minor is almost done. 2:08 to go here in the Nanton power play. Win-win scenario really for Nanton here, because they're on the power play. You can try score, and you know what? You're just kind of also running out the clock here, as there's just 6 minutes to go in this game, and they're up by 3. Here's Helgeson. Helgeson drops it back. Hotmer. Hotmer surveying. Helgeson below the goal line. Nanton likes to set up their power play from below there. A chance in front. Here's a chance for McMurdo, and it got blocked. Tracy at the line. Swings it across to Hotmer. Hotmer surveys. Down low, Helgeson on his backhand. Goes back to the point, and it was out of the reach of Tracy. A good job, though, to walk the line and hold it in. Tracy to the half wall. Hotmer. Good zone time here for Nanton. Can they turn on the Jets now and try to get a good scoring chance out of it? No. Lethbridge will finally grab possession and send it down the ice. 1:10 to go in the power play. 5:15 to go in the game. It's a 5-2 lead for Nanton.
Lethbridge doing a good job on this penalty kill. However, it's not helping them in the goals for against department as they've just kind of been hemmed in their own zone. A little extra shot, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of an extra stick in there, and now everyone's grabbing a partner below the goal line. I like this. Everyone's arms just kind of grabbing each other. But
there they are. Lund was the one driving in there. He's had a pretty solid game. Sherrard, though, just able to jump on it before he could reach it. Like I said, with these two teams know each other quite well. Played 7 times regular season playoffs, so this is number 8 on the season. But we haven't really seen any crazy animosity between the two. I think they know that this is a short tournament and just how important every game is. Unfortunately for Lethbridge, their discipline hasn't helped them at all.
It has not. By the time this game ends here, I believe with the double minor, it'll be 9 penalty kills that they had to make. I mean, my simple math tells me that they spent about 18 minutes shorthanded, which is not ideal when you're trying to beat a team with an offense like Nanton has. Back to the point, here's Beadle. Beadle and his partner Haste switch sides, a drop pass. Haste winds, fires, and it was blocked in front. Lund, though, all over that loose puck behind the net. Here's Loomer. Loomer back to Haste, winding, firing, and it hit the side of the goal. Loomer just grinding through a check, and now he works it down low. Quick button hook. Backhand pass. Beadle, a hard shot, and that puck was rolling. Beadle still got all of it. A rocket from 25 was turned aside by Alex Sherrard down low. Now worked back. Penalty is over. We're back to even strength, and as Wald steps out, Sherrard covers up, and we'll get a face-off to the goalie's left.
Another couple looks here. Sherrard making more saves, now up to 37 on the night. We got 4 minutes left. He might get to that 40 mark as he's just scooping up some snow now to help maybe glue that post down to the ice.
Good idea.
Just freeze it up a little bit. We'll see what happens. Face off to Sherrard's left. 42-23 are the shots on goal. Nanton heavily in front here, and that is a dangerous hit. And we'll see what the referees do here.
Is there a call on this even?
I didn't see an arm go up.
I didn't see an arm go up either, but the refs might have just missed it. That looked pretty blatant. I know the game moves fast. There's gonna be no call. He's in a dangerous spot, and that's following through on a guy right in the numbers.
Yeah, Price a little bit overzealous there. Didn't need to do that. And there's going to be no call here. And now we got some chirping between the benches. They're yelling across at each other. So, yeah, I guess both officials just kind of missed that one.
Yeah, I mean, things like that happen, but you never want to see a hit like that. And you know what? I think that might crank up the animosity between these two a little bit late in the game. It's been a pretty clean game thus far, even though there's been a lot of penalties. It's been scoring chance preventative penalties, as I like to call them. You know, you're doing something to stop a goal for the most part.
The good penalties, yeah.
The good penalties. Hasn't been a lot of dumb stuff. That hit from behind was not the smartest thing to do if you're Price. And you mentioned it being a short tournament. Well, the last thing you want to do in a short tournament is get kicked out in the last 5 minutes and have to serve a game suspension or anything like that.
Absolutely.
Shot from Lackton was blocked, but he ended up standing up and getting in the way of Calvin Swanson. Lethbridge wheeling up with 3.5 minutes to go. Played in the middle of the ice, and here comes Bolduc. He's been flying once again tonight. Definitely one of Lethbridge's offensive catalysts. Hasn't been able to find the back of the net, though, this afternoon. Here they come on a potential 2-on-1. McCroot, cross ice, off the skate of Loomer, and he couldn't quite handle it. Another chance, he throws it on net, and that one was turned aside as well by Sherrard. Bull Sends one through the neutral zone. Slow roller. Robertson regroups, goes D to Acton. Working their way up. Dillon, a long shot, turned aside once. He goes and gets his own rebound and sitting in front. Loose in the crease, and it got turned aside at the last second. Lethbridge just getting a stick in the lane and preventing a goal. I believe that would have been Brody Eisbrenner, who was driving in hard. Serrard has to play this dump in. Play towards the middle of the ice now. Standing up was Haste in the neutral zone. Offside, so Nanton has to tag up. It's sent down the ice though, and Tracy will go back to play it. Leaves it for Haste. He waits to see how his wingers are gonna form up, and eventually he's pressured behind the net, but look at the moves here by Haste, the edge work to avoid a check and not give up that puck. It's pumped back deep into the end, so Lethbridge needs to really tag up. They're deep in the zone. Lots of time for Nanton to set something up, and that's not what they wanted to set up. A turnover behind the net, a chance in front, and a quick toe drag and a shot from Matson. Couldn't find the back of the net. Another sharp save from Miles Dunn. Haste forces it down low. $1:45 to go as these two teams play out the rest of the game, play into the neutral zone. Puck bounces up into the air, and Nanton is all over it. Puck really starting to hop now. Late in the third period, that can happen. Here comes Zintel. Zintel, low shot, and I believe that missed everything. He got it back down low. Penalty coming now. Touched up by Nanton, and Lethbridge will get a power play late with just 1:25 to go. Always nice to get another look on the power play, but a little too late.
A little bit too much too late, and here's that last chance, and a good stick there by number 15. That's Brady Matson for Lethbridge to break up that scoring chance. And then at the other end, it's Brady with a shot trying to go high, just missed the net. One of the two Matsons on this Lethbridge Lightning squad out of Fort McLeod.
Cole Matson, the other. He's had a good game tonight as well, generating some looks off the rush. Rimmed off the glass and right out of play. So as the penalties get announced, we'll get another face-off down low in the zone. Shots 46-23, exactly doubling them up. It's been all Nanton here this afternoon.
Yeah, it's kind of been one-way traffic here. Lethbridge with a couple of fortunate bounces to get on the board, but other than that, they haven't generated a ton. Short-handed chance that went off the post. That's pretty much it.
Price winds and fires, and it goes right into the crest of Miles Dunn, who turns it aside for his 23rd save of the game.
Another look. Price all day, but nobody's in front for Lethbridge, so it's an easy save for Dunn because he sees it the entire way.
A couple sticks being waved around, but I mean, all he has to do is get to the top of the crease, know his positioning. It doesn't really matter if that puck gets deflected. He's going to be able to turn it aside. You never say, I mean, there are good penalties, but this might have been a good time for Nanton to almost take a penalty, because now you can just ice it down the ice it. The clock's going to keep on going.
Yeah,
good
no
way
harm
to just
can
kind of
be
get a
really
clean
done.
exit.
Yeah, at this point.
And they're doing exactly that. Well into the final minute of play here with 45 seconds to go. Lethbridge will spend the rest of the game on the power play unless they can find a way to beat Miles Dunn. They've only done it twice so far here this afternoon. Third straight game where I think you can say both goalies really showed up and brought their A game.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. I know that Serrard's going to be a little upset because he gave up the 5, but he's also made 41 saves, so not a bad afternoon's work for Alex Serrard.
Yeah, and the save percentage might not be the prettiest at the end of the day, as another time here where Nanton just sends it all the way back down into their zone on the penalty kill. 10 seconds to go, but the save percentage won't be pretty, but he stopped a lot of real tough shots. I think he deserves credit for that. But credit for the win will go to Miles Dunn as the buzzer will sound. One last shot from Cam Hurt goes high and over the net. Nanton grabs their first win of the tournament. Their record is even at 1-1 for Lethbridge. They drop to 1-1, and now the stakes are even higher for both these two teams as they head into Saturday.
Yeah, a win tomorrow basically puts you into a medal game of some kind. The rest would likely come down to tiebreakers. But this gives you a good opportunity, and for Lethbridge too, they got to look and be like, you know what, we're still in this thing as well. We win tomorrow and we'll be playing for a medal as well. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but one more handshake between these two teams. They've done this a few times this year, and Maybe, well, who knows? We might see it one more time. They might actually meet up in a medal match. It's hard to say. We don't know how the rest of things are going to shake out right now.
The interesting part about this format, how you have the 2 pools, but you only play teams from the other pools. I mean, the option is always there for you to match up against a team twice in the tournament. For Lethbridge, 5-2 on the scoreboard, so it wasn't really that close of a game. Nanton really brought it, but you have to think things would have been a little bit different if they were a little more disciplined and weren't in the penalty box as often as they were. Yeah,
they kind of got out of the gate so slow because they took 5 penalties in the first period. That's half a period in the penalty box, and they were only down by 1, so they must have been feeling okay, but then a couple more penalties early in the second, and then they were really in trouble after it was 4-2 for the Palominos.
We'll await the player of the game presentations here as the refs get their hands shook as well. For Nanton, that's a good bounce back win for them, obviously. You couldn't drop another one in this format, but some really good building blocks. And you know what? The amount of looks they got on the power play, I think that's something that could also pay off as the tournament keeps going. Just getting that little bit of experience, making sure you're sharp with the man advantage.
Yeah, for sure. It gives them a couple of looks. Tyler Hayes, the player of the game for Nanton. I mean, he was really big on those power play opportunities. Scored a goal, had an assist. A couple good looks as well. And for Lethbridge, I think the choice was fairly obvious. Thought about Laramie Kostolansky as well. I thought he was okay. Didn't see him a lot towards the end of the game, but Alex Gerard was very, very good. So there you have it.
That's going to do it for us from the Peace Memorial Multiplex. This has been an ICU production ProCast. Grayson Knutson, Tyler Yaremchuk, all the crew here. We're not done for today, though.
Nope.
We got a couple more games left tonight. We'll see Wainwright in action as well. We'll see Hillmond in action later today as well, Morinville. The games are going to get more exciting.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the first game of the tournament was a bit of a snoozer, almost a 7-0 final, but I'm thinking the rest of the way out here, they're going to be tight, and they're only going to get more intense.
I'm really interested to see this next game. I want to see how Hillmond bounces back from that 7-0 loss to open things up. They'll be taking on a Morinville squad who looked pretty fun, actually, to watch in that middle game yesterday when they defeated Nanton 3-2. So that should be an interesting one. That's the next one at about 5:30 Mountain Time here.
And we will talk to you then. For Grayson Knutson, I'm Tyler Yaremchuk. 5-2 is the final. Nanton improves to 1-1. We'll see you in about an hour's time.